their stuff on display, that kind of stuff, just to keep promoting the projects and the programs that we have here, so that we can promote within, and then we can go out to the community and say, well, our school has.
So then that would be all the income, and then going down we have the expenses. We have administrative costs of $200. We budgeted assemblies $500, hoping to bring in the reptile person, the science person.
Yeah.
And then we've also budgeted $1,800 for Sammy's circuit. He's going to come back 3 or 4 times.
He'll come back, he'll do an assembly and 2 circuits, and then we're gonna have a family night for him to come back to.
Those were fabulous last year.
Thank you.
It's really enjoyed
Yes,
it.
he's fabulous. He also has, I think it's every second Saturday for free at the family church. Everybody can come.
So $10 for bank fees, copies and laminates $500. Field trips, we have actually changed field trips from $7 per child. That's what we've done for the past, as long as we can remember. And so we decided to go up to $10 this year.
We've got less students in the school this year, so we're able to bump up how much we spend per kid.
So each class will get $10 per child for the field trips of their choice. Hospitality is $200, and that would be for coffee or donuts or things we have here at these meetings. Our insurance is $50. The library is $1,500 for Mrs. Trega. We're hoping to use some of the money from this art docent grant. We get a lot of things given to us from the hotel. So we have so much art docent. We are so many supplies right now. And so we were thinking of using it for the maker space, the STEM and STEAM.
Do you want me to explain that a little bit? I know that you alluded to it a little bit, but the idea in makerspace is having students get a little bit more like raw materials and problem-solving strategies they get to put into play to make those raw materials solve a problem. It's a lot like hands-on of what the Common Core is in some way, but also hands-on fun group projects as well as project-based assignments. So it would be more like, and we have a room that I insulated from utilizing that is much more centrally located so that we can use it at all grade levels. And we'll be looking probably at the makerspace to be a little bit more on the younger side of students, and then it would be the older students would be a little bit more involved in what would be more like the innovation side of things. We right now have all of our eggs in the basket with the county right now to at the end of this year possibly getting a grant to bring robotics here next year. So those are the things that we're looking toward and we're looking forward to. A lot of the energy that we put into intervening so strongly with our students that have been struggling is paying off, because now a lot of the staff that has been focused on intervention is now able to be freed up to do a lot more of challenging our students to bring them to new levels. So that was the vision when I first got here, and it's just starting to kind of crystallize. We're right at that point of turning the corner and seeing some really neat growth. And that's what this is. It's science-based, it's innovating. It's also the idea of being able to, for students to think outside the box and be a little bit more like the inventors of the future as opposed to just rote memorizers of information. So it's a fun thing.
I'm very excited for it.
On school improvements, there wasn't really anything that was needed at this time, so we budgeted nothing at this point for school improvements. Reading medals, we give out the medals, the AR goal tests at the end of the year, so $400 for that. Student planners, we've already bought the planners for 4th and 5th grade for this year, and then we'll do it again next year depending on how many kids we have. Taxes, we budgeted $1,000 to pay our CPA. We're not quite sure on the number at this point,
Right.
so it's just a guess.
We're just still getting caught up. We're on board and above board with IRS and the state, but we just need to file the rest of the taxes and all that kind of stuff. So we're still just cleaning up that a little bit, and so we're not sure exactly how much they're going to charge us for that. But hopefully we'll get the whole $1,000.
Right. Technology would just be to get Word and Excel on the computer. Anything else? Just keep that. That's probably about that. Teacher Appreciation Week, we budgeted $250. We're hoping to get a lot of things donated. Like last year, we were able to get a lot of the food for free. Maybe have the barbecue again, I'm not sure. Teacher reimbursements, we budget $150 per teacher, $75 for the RSP, the PE teacher. Student and teacher incentives, $200 for that. And miscellaneous of $100 for various expenses. So we do have a surplus at this point, and so that's why we're probably spending a little more than we're making at this point. We have to spend our surplus also.
And we hope to be more successful than we've budgeted for on all the fundraisers. And in that case, we'll be able to help more with the STEM project, STEAM project, and bunch of good field trips.
Just reflecting on the process with them, they're very conservative in the way that they budgeted for these particular fundraisers because they didn't want to be disappointed, as well as you didn't know we're walking in new territory. So they're undershooting some of the profits and gains from some of the fundraisers, and it very well could be that we ratify the budget midway through and say, wow, it came out a lot higher than we expected, then we're able to do a little bit more with the following things, and then we get a good problem of, okay, where can we put this that's going to benefit students ultimately.
Right.
So
So we're probably already made half our budget on Jamba Juice,
Right.
really. So
That Jamba Juice sale.
in
Flash
a
sale
week,
the other
so.
day. Completely unexpected, and it just worked out great.
Was that full profit?
It was $160. So they sold us the Jambas for $1, and we sold them for $2. So we made half
$1.
And we sold them out, yeah. That was
15
exciting.
minutes we sold it.
That sounds,
But that was like a special.
It was very,
yeah.
yeah.
Few and far between.
We're hoping
Wow.
we can lower it from the $4 to $3, but we'll see how that goes.
And finding the right weather, and I think Jamba Juice only has a certain time. Once it starts raining, people don't want Jamba Juice, so we won't be able to sell it again until spring at a certain point if it rains.
Because we don't have one that's that local, it's kind of a good treat to have, and people receive it pretty well.
Which store provides this for us?
The one on Pleasant Grove, with that Krispy Kreme. So this is our proposed budget.
With the one adjustments.
Right. With one adjustment of $1,000. Can I get a yay from someone?
A motion.
Motion to approve the budget.
Motion approved.
All right. And can I get a second? Thank you.
I feel like I need a gallon for that.
What was your name again?
Christine.
Christine. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Maureen. All right. And like we said, if we are more successful, this will be ratified, and the budget will be available at every PTC meeting, so you guys can check it out. Our proposed budget. Oh, yeah,
Does Chick-fil-A, or does the Chick-fil-A have to be a specific restaurant?
yeah, we will
Yes.
go to the one at Pleasant Grove.
I hope I did that one. It was a little confusing, but they only do the center name, so I'm like, really the center.
Oh.
I know it's kind of. I'm pretty sure I got the right center.
I know that for sure. Wait, are you talking about
Chipotle.
Chipotle? Yeah. And
Did you say Chipotle or Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Chipotle, yes. So it'll be the Pleasant Grove, also over by the Nugget. Is the one that I contacted. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
happy.
if it says the nugget, then you
It
contact
had
the
some
right one.
strange. It was the center. Like I think.
Yeah, that center's the nugget center.
Oh, it is called the
That's
next
the
one.
right
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
So hopefully. And then I don't know how it works from there, what's the timeline is when they contact you back.
I know a contact, so maybe I can
Okay.
try to push that one out.
That would help. Thank you.
Mhm.
And then someone scared me with the 6 month out.
Well,
So
that's
a lot
why
of
I was
people-
wondering.
A lot of people already doing their.
We just did it last night.
So I think it's me on it, right?
And then they had,
Okay.
the PE teachers were collecting their receipts, so whatever class had the most receipts doesn't have to run the rest of the week. And the class that has the least amount of receipts has to run the mile.
Oh.
So,
See, here, then you would have all those laps that take a while then.
so yeah, Scotland was saying, we have to go to Chipotle. Too bad, I already cooked it. Oh, sorry, you're gonna go.
It's good for you anyway.
Okay, so we went through our proposed fundraisers with the budget. So we'll just keep what we have on here with the hopes that we can get scheduled with everything. And we'll get started on the wrapping paper and cookie dough right away, so that we can get the orders in, so that everybody has their wrapping paper for Christmas and other holidays. And we got number time scheduled for September 17th. So we'll get those flyers out in the Friday folders, and it'll be posted on the website and Facebook. And McTeacher's Night, we already have scheduled for that. McTeacher's Night is very popular to get, so we had to get on the schedule right away, and it was faster than we expected, but we're like, okay, we'll take it, because it's one of our bigger fundraisers.
The manager's going on vacation for a while, so she got us in before she leaves.
Thanks. And then we have our Fall Family Festival scheduled on November 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we'll do raffles and everything that we already discussed. Our Seas Candy will do the winter sale. I think we're going to have the orders go out just before Thanksgiving break so that all the kids can take them to their families during Thanksgiving and get more orders that way. And then they'll come back just before Christmas. The orders will come in just before Christmas. And then we got Chipotle working, we got Chick-fil-A working. We'll get our family movie nights scheduled and rolled out. And does anybody here have any additional ideas that they want to bring for fundraising?
Yeah, so we all know this Brown. She helps me with a lot of the art and stuff in there, and she's a gold candy consultant.
Okay.
And we have a great fundraiser program. There's, we can do a winter and a spring. You guys wouldn't have to do anything. It would cost you anything to get it started. It would be kind of like a Tupperware thing. People would go home, they'd make their orders, we would put them on dinner, hand it over to the teachers, so they would be kind of that.
Kind of show you some stuff.
Yeah, and there's only a certain smells. There's,
Can't pass this out.
What's it called?
gold candy candles.
Gold candy candles, I don't know if you've heard them or not.
They come in one size.
I've used them for Is this about, it?
Yes.
yeah, they're 18, they turn 18 this year. And they're all over the United States and in Canada, and they have been deemed America's finest candles. All of the candles have 2 wicks in them. And that is so that they burn all the way evenly. They have the best smells. And then if you'll notice on your paper, on the back of it, it shows you the different scents that they have. And I have samples here of all the 15 scents that you have. This is the exact size of the candle. You can see that. It comes in a box already pre-made, and it would be really good for Christmas gifts and everything. You get 40%. So what they do, that they would take these home, and they would just take the orders, and then collect the money from there. They are now, is the school tax exempt?
Yes.
Yes, ETC is yes.
So if you go to PTC, it's much better though.
Huh?
You're going to be going to PTC,
Yeah.
which is tax exempt
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, okay, good. So all I would need would be just your tax exempt number or a letter. And the candles sell for, they sell for $20, just flat $20. And the school will get 40%, so you get $8 for each candle. And that's the size of the candle, and then you can, tell how well it smells and everything. And then what you do is, we would have them ship it to the school, and then Tammy and I would make sure that they go to each of the classrooms, of however that, you know, that they got their candles and everything. And then all we do is that, we just pay what the total amount is minus the 40%. So you get to keep your 40% right then and there, you know. No sending the money in and getting reimbursed and all of that, you know. They make wonderful, wonderful gifts.
And we would do all the work, or
We would
the
do-
shipping and the everything. And
Right, there would be nothing, you know, on there. All they would have to do is they would take the form and they can pick out the different scents, and it kind of explains what the different scents are. We have some Christmas ones. My very, very, very favorite one is Autumn Walk. It's like you're walking in the evening and the autumn leaves are coming down and it's kind of a little crispy. That smells so good. But I don't know if you guys have time, but you can smell them. But then all they would do is just take the orders, collect the money, and turn it in. And then when I put it on the computer and send it in, all I do is just pay the extra. You guys just keep the other money right then and there. So it's really easy. It's real simple. And they're very, very good candles. Plus, they have their wicks have a zinc core in them, and they have, I call it like a magic shut-off. When it gets down to, on all of our candles, when it gets down to 1/4 inch, it'll go out. You can't light it. And it's to protect it so there's no broken glass or anything. They also have what they call cool wax. If you happen to spill it on you, it'll be a little bit warm, but it will not burn or anything like that. So they're very good. The fragrances are really true to what it says. And then, like I said, it comes in a little box. You can put a little bow on it, and it's really good for Christmas gifts to get people started on.
And we would be willing to help out with like pizza party or
Yeah, we can figure out
water
something then for the
something
classrooms
to
and
like help
stuff.
alleviate some of the expense from the PTC as well, into getting more money for fun field trips.
So it'd be really a simple, a simple thing, especially, like for Christmas, they would make really good Christmas presents. You don't know, what to get the person at work or postman or just,
So maybe we'd be able to combine this with the wrapping paper and put it together with the seeds candy? Okay. Because then we did it in time for Christmas, yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then the one that comes in the spring is a whole new set of smells.
It's a whole new set, yeah. Because we have our, what we call our fall winter catalog, that's just for the regular candles. And then at the end of January, then February through, I think, September or something, or August, is the spring, summer one. And so they have a whole new, candle thing there.
At the fall family festival, we could put a table up and have some of the
So
smells.
what we're probably going to do, and I'm not sure if that's down here. We also, are going to do an expo, and we want to do an expo for home businesses. And basically, like, our idea is to have, like on a Saturday, have, anybody that has a home business that wants to come and set up a booth, and then invite everyone to come in and look at the booths and, support our home, businesses.
Kind of
And
like
then
a
do
direct
like a
sales,
fundraiser
right.
where we do like a, charge $25 per booth or something like that, and then they can get the sales, parties, books.
And then you can write more of the stuff on the catalog.
Yeah.
But
Like
like on
you
the
can do
fall
a display.
family festival, we can do just this kind of booth.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do vending or
Or-
vendor booths, I don't know if that's on the
I think
plan.
probably just having a kid.
Well, I mean, the fundraiser, just for the fundraiser for them to buy or order the fundraiser stuff, not anything else in town, not anything else that we.
So that would go towards the fundraiser?
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
all
of
that would go
fundraiser,
towards the
yeah.
fundraiser at all. And there's like no time limit on it, so we can keep it going as long as you guys wanted to, cut it off whenever you wanted to.
Yeah, this is,
It's just an idea.
And then-
Yeah, but you're tax exempt.
Yeah, you're tax exempt, yeah. Because if you were taxed, then we would have to charge the $20 plus whatever
Right.
tax would be for here. But since it, and so it's really easy because it's just $20, so $19.99 or something like that, you know.
Actually, it would probably be a good idea to have that fall family festival, we kicked it off right after that. People there would see, oh, this is what they're selling.
And be able to
I
see
Because
can
it
have
would
a
take
flyer
about
say-
probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to get the candles back, yeah.
Probably do it right after. Because they would have seen them there, or they can hand them out too, they could get some people started.
Yeah.
And then if you need a raffle prize or one of your things or something, I can make a basket with some of the, just the regular candles, you know, and stuff
Right,
in there.
And the
Yeah,
ice cream
do it
social
there.
to kick off when the spring comes with the new scents, just a little tiny table off in the corner with some flyers showing up, and it's, once again, all strictly fundraiser.
I started thinking that ice cream social could be a good place for all the direct sales. Well, to be
Yeah, it's not.
towards the end of the year, but
You could do that out in like the little,
I probably want the expo to be before that, before the end of the year, because whatever fundraising we do, and that's towards the end of the year, we're not gonna be able to use those.
right.
Do you wanna create the expo to support, home businesses to be like a Christmas shopping event?
Possibly.
So that you can buy your gifts for Christmas to support your local people
Mhm.
instead of going to the mall or
That's
Fine.
kind of
And
my
Some people
vision.
do the shopping and they go to little people's home boutiques and all of that, I know I do,
But I
craft
was
fairs
gonna
and
coordinate
stuff,
one
to get stuff
myself
for
too,
Christmas.
but that would be
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Well,
to have one
so we
here.
have Marina here, she does our barn,
Mhm.
so I've already asked her about it and to basically head it up. But maybe you guys can get together and co-chair it and get it started.
That's awesome.
Okay, and then we'll work with, Mr. Welty on getting it scheduled for a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever you guys think fit. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you guys think, you know, to get orders in and all that kind of stuff for anytime for Christmas or whatever. So,
Yeah, I
just
like that idea of, you know, coming shopping, support your local business, like for Christmas, it's a really good idea.
yeah, like a Christmas boutique.
We do
Home
this at,
business Christmas boutique.
when we're doing this at my work, and we would, just fund our toy project, and what we did with the vendors is each vendor would donate an item to a raffle, and then throughout the day, we would have a raffle going on, and that was a huge make more money off the raffle, and the vendors loved it, because they were winning raffle prizes too, they bought most of the raffle tickets.
so if we do the vendor expo, we have the vendor expo, we can put out fundraiser stuff too, so they get a choice if they want to order something. off of it. And
Okay, so I'm gonna write home business, expo.
Christmas shopping bazaar.
Yeah, holidays, holiday shopping.
Holiday shopping bazaar, yeah. I mean, that would be fabulous.
Advertisers and neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could even, I don't know how that works, but can you send flyers to the neighbors? I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
Yeah, because there might be people, I mean, let's say this neighborhood right behind us who don't have children at this school,
Right,
but
right.
they would love to come shop for their family members.
Walk the neighborhood and hand out flyers. That's
Okay.
fun. Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, so I'm gonna put Marina and Sarah down as co-chair for the Home Business Expo. Holiday Shopping Bazaar.
And then is that a fundraiser for us?
Yeah, so, you guys can kind of figure out what you wanna do, if you wanna do, like, charge the vendors a $25 or whatever.
So it's a guaranteed amount.
Right, so then they don't have to worry about calculating out 20% or 40% or whatever, of whatever sales they get, or whatever parties they book, they don't have to keep track of that, they can just do a flat fee,
Okay.
and then they reap the rewards, and then we reap the rewards.
You reap the rewards and you shouldn't have any costs with that as well,
Right,
correct?
right,
Well,
except for what I buy when I come to you.
That's not related to PPC.
Right, it's more expensive.
But would we have it here?
Yeah, we'd have it in the
Do we
multi-purpose room.
have costs to renting the multi-purpose room on the weekend? Do we have to pay a custodian and things like that?
So what we would do is we would prearrange it with Willie, that if there's a situation, we would just do some light cleanup, and then Willie, when he comes in at 6:30, we would just finish that up. So
We can clean up that.
we're different than outside organizations. Outside organizations have to pay for the custodial staff to be there at that time. If I'm there, then we don't have to worry about it, and then Willie would, we just make arrangements with him.
All right.
You can make an agreement with each vendor that they're
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that would be something that you.
Because most of us are
Put out there
adults,
for that.
but
Yeah.
there's some adults who don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
that.
But what we need to do, you know, as you guys get together and stuff, figure out a way to advertise it out in the community. We can send out flyers in the bulk, in the Friday folder, we can post it on Facebook, we can post it on the website. You can hand out flyers throughout the neighborhood and stuff to get people's home businesses to sign up for cooking.
Yeah, that's what we need to do,
Yeah.
yeah, sign up.
Yeah.
What time frame are you thinking?
I don't know, that's, they're in charge of that now.
Well, before Christmas, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So if,
And you probably wanna get started pretty quick on getting the vendors in place first. So.
Yeah.
Facility.
Yeah, and schedule the facility.
Well, Thanksgiving is the 26th.
And then we have conference week before that. So you have,
Conference
like,
week
the
is
whole
The week before.
before Thanksgiving.
And well, then that would be Black Friday, so do you wanna compete with Black Friday sales? Probably not,
Right.
right?
Well, no,
So,
'cause if people are, I think
So what are you
people
wanna
traveling.
that's true, cause it's the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the first weekend after?
So that would be the Saturday the 5th. School will be back in session, everybody should be home.
You can do Friday night.
Ooh, that was kind of fun.
Because of my girlfriend, she's already doing hers.
I know, like
Also-
on Friday night, sometimes it's hard because people are still getting off work. And
Right.
then they forget
That's the
about
schedule telling me to pass those things, so I'm not gonna be available for it.
what they.
On what day?
December
The
5th.
December 5th.
Oh, okay.
So I have to be in a 5 in the morning to 11 p.m. event.
Okay.
And then you
District
have to-
mandate. It's a really great event. It's a,
My mother-in-law's done that for many years, it's
yeah,
awesome.
it's wonderful, but I'm not gonna be able to open up venues for you.
Okay, so now here's the fun part. Okay, so we have our head art docent, Tammy Verduzco, said that she would be willing to head the art docent project again, this year. We're hoping to get more people involved so that every classroom has an art docent in it to do the art docent projects. And the art docent project is a district, project that they give specific, like, assignments to the art docents, and then they bring them to the classrooms. They use our art docent supplies to use, in the classrooms and it's like a full lesson that the art docent gives to the kids, and then they do the project. And, so it's, something that, you know, it's art right in the classroom, and we definitely wanna promote that, we don't wanna give that up. So, we'll, you know, we're gonna have what am I trying to do? The volunteer forum, that'll be coming out, probably not this Friday folder, but next Friday folder, because we just have to shore up a few things on it. There's a spot there to mark if you wanna be an art docent in your child's classroom, or any other classroom, or room 3.
The rotation starts on the 17th,
Okay.
so that's when the first rotation.
Did you do that calendar or not?
Yeah. And then, obviously, then it's something else.
So what's the rotation exactly?
The rotation is there's like A through G, or there's G. And those are the portfolios that we get. So we get one set of portfolios for each class, of each grade level, K through 5. And, then those are like checked out, and then each grade has its own manual that goes through all the portfolios. So the schedule will say, like, we're on K, I think is what we have. And then somebody will come and they'll pick up ours, and they'll return the right ones, and we'll go in the rotation. And then those are the lessons that are to be taught and everything else.
Okay.
I do have, the, hotel is going to, have our artwork again, this year. She said, I'm gonna talk to her today on the phone, she promised me an email. Did not get it. She said November 17th was when they were going to have their, like art.
I'd like to have it during Thanksgiving holiday and then early December. And
Well, no, this is what, have you talked to?
no, that's what they did last year. That's
Yeah.
what they wanted last year.
So we'll have it up for about a week or two in the foyer. They collect, they call it Save Art, and they collect the donations and things like that for us. But what they're gonna do on the 17th is, I talked to Kaylin, and she has an art studio in Rockland. They're going to bring, the artists are gonna come, they're gonna bring their artwork and whatever crafts or arty things to sell. We'll have all of our artwork up and displayed, and everything that's from that, I don't know if 100% or a portion of what they're giving will be, some of it will be donated back for the art project.
And I've talked with Jim Espinoza as well, he would be willing to participate as well, he's a local artist as well.
Great,
If you know
and I
other
told her about
parents
that.
that are artists, I mean, I can even talk to Mrs. Stevens, she's an artist as well as her husband is.
Yeah, her husband's
So
fabulous.
Myron might be able to be part of it as well, in fact, he's got something going on, like a big deal over in Vegas. Coming up soon, so.
Yeah, so they wanna have this night
We
where
definitely wanna
it's,
promote that.
it's
So
us.
when we have it going and you have all the details, we need to get a flyer out. We need to let our parents know that our kids' work is on display at the hotel.
Yeah.
We need to have them know ahead of time so that if their families are coming in for Thanksgiving, they can book a room over there because they're giving so much back to us. We want to be able to reciprocate. So we need to get that promoted and communicate it out to everyone.
Plus, I told her that I want to backdate the due date for the teachers and the kids, their artwork, like at least a week or two.
Oh, yeah.
But then that's gonna put us at the end of November, I mean, the end of October. So, you know, gotta make sure that, because what, there was 5 or 6?
I didn't pull it back way further, honestly.
Yeah, 5
That's
or,
all it takes for that to be collected.
yeah, 5 or 6 classes got put up last year. And I'll bring pictures and stuff in for that. And so it was nice just to have it up for like that whole.
So do you know what classes are being put up? So like if my daughter's art's put up, we know to go look at it.
Yep, because I'm the one who physically puts it all up. I collect it, I put it up, I take it down, I deliver it back, all safe and sound. I do get some of the, I got 3 of the cleaning ladies and 1 maintenance man that wanted to buy 2 of them. So I tell them, no, they're not for sale. I put labels on them. Mrs. Stevens had labels on her, so some that do. Mrs. Groover's class had last names on them. So I just took white out because they were laminated. I just took white out and put white out on them, and then I just took a little baby wipe and cleaned it off afterwards because I didn't want any last names. But it said teacher, grade, and first name. And so those went on all of those up there so that they could see them, and then I grouped them all by class, and it really looked really pretty. It looked like its own art. Yeah.
Great wall of art, it was just massive.
The employees were very unhappy the day that I went to take it down. They were like, no, our beautiful. So,
Okay, well, thank
it
you
was
for
great.
heading up the art docent project for us.
And then we can put little flyers and advertise the expo, because it'll be before.
What?
This Spring Hill Marriott on Blue Oaks and
Next to
Fairway.
Applebee's.
Oh, okay. Right. The one closest to Blue Oaks, because the other one's their sister.
We gotta make sure we get that. Is it the ones right behind Chili's?
Did I say Applebee's or Chili's?
Yes.
Applebee's, Chili's,
You
I
don't
get those mixed up. So. Chili's is correct.
I'm trying to get them to leak over to the other hotel. Leak over.
Yeah.
All right, so we need a volunteer coordinator. Is there anybody willing to be a volunteer coordinator where you, we'll collect the volunteer forms and then you can help contact them, see where they can fit, where they can help, and get Sign Up Genius rolling and all that kind of stuff. Is there anybody out there? Okay, Christine, thank you.
With a K.
Thank you.
Um,
You guys have to be, we're not the ball and tell people either. You really, a lot of very generous people.
Fundraising coordinator, we also need a fundraising coordinator to help with any of our fundraising items that we have going. I know a lot of us up here are already facilitating most of the things that we have on schedule. And we need somebody to help with, collecting the seized candy and dispersing it, helping with dispersing the candles if needed, promoting, being out there when parents are picking up and promoting the volunteer for the fundraisers that we have going on, and like, food flyers and all that kind of stuff. Anybody willing to do that right now?
I will.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Okay, so Fall Family Festival, we have our head committee chairperson here. Holly has taken it on. She promised that she would take it on.
How does our deal to get her to be our president?
So you will be the head person. You can reach out to other people. So we'll put you down here. How was that one?
We will be having meetings, right?
Yes.
Meetings? Okay.
We do need a box top and labels for education coordinator. We have the binder here. Basically, we would just run contests for the classrooms to collect as many box tops and labels for education. Box tops for education. Box tops. I'll do it. Okay. They give us 10 cents for each little box top that we tear out of a box and bring into class.
Do you know what it involves before you?
Okay.
You guys, I just want to make sure.
Labels for education. We earn points. We earn points on the labels for education, and then we spend those points in the catalog for labels for education. And most of the time, we use it for extra recess equipment and PE equipment, balls and jump ropes and all that kind of stuff. So
Does everybody know what we're talking about? The box tops?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
it's
And
so
you have your system at home.
So can we collect an indefinite amount?
An
There's
indefinite
no
amount.
limit to it?
No
No
limit to
limit
it.
to it.
Okay.
So I just want to share that I have an envelope taped inside my cupboard by the garbage can. So when I go to throw away the box, I cut out the box top, put it in the envelope, you know, just
It got
it's
you
out of the way. It's my little system. My
We
brother
have
has the
a,
same one. He doesn't even have kids, but he saves them for us. So ask your family members, ask your neighbors.
I have a Kleenex box next to my garbage can, so that everybody who throws something away looks at the box before they throw it away.
You have it at work too, is that right?
And I have an envelope hanging on my cubicle wall at work, and they, you know,
I posted it last year on my Keller Williams Facebook page, because we have our own like little Connect Facebook page, so we got to like 700 people out there, and I said, you know, he's the first grader, never win, give him something, and I actually had people mail them in to me. It wasn't very many, but I
Right, but
said,
that's so thoughtful.
just mail it all in, so I'm gonna guilt them again this year.
there was a lady at work, and she was like, no, I see this thing all the time, and I go, God, somebody must need these, and I'm like, oh, here.
I met a lady who doesn't have children, lives in the neighborhood, and she goes, do you guys by any chance go to Caseburg? And I said, yes, and she goes, oh, I have some box tops, and like, came back out with a handful of box tops, and I'm like, thank you.
And if
Anytime
you
can
work
drop
for
one.
a business that orders supplies through Staples, I've noticed a lot of their supplies that are in big boxes will have like 3 box tops.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
5 box
Or
tops.
5,
And
yeah.
every label was number 2.
Oh, yeah,
Let's do
that's
it
great.
when they were throwing away yogurt.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I started tearing up, like, everybody here that I do this?
Look at
Don't
this.
look.
Shoulder binder.
That was not inspired.
All right.
So we probably
thank
want to do something before the end of the year for that. I have some that are already expiring on 31.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
we want to
So
do
we should do a fall or spring, right?
twice a year.
At least twice a year. I mean, there's pages in here you can do one a month if you wanted to, but, you know.
And you can refer to our budget, to how much we budgeted for the parties, pizza parties, cupcakes.
Or we can decide what, you know, how we want to steer
Or
away from sugary treats.
Yeah, we can work in an extra recess for the winning class or things like that, so that
Or
it
that
doesn't cost us.
game that Ben won once, like that kickball game.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we wiffle ball?
The wiffle ball game.
Yeah.
Some of our moms
Like that,
makes-
no, because he made a big deal about it and all his friends made a big deal about it. They wanted to know who was on
Well,
his list.
be careful, because that one's before the
Oh,
Ice cream
the ice cream
social.
Ice cream
Right,
social.
not the-
Right.
You don't want to dilute the
No,
potency of the
But
ice cream social.
we do have a mom that makes cakes. We have a second grade mom that makes cakes.
So the next,
She should.
I have your number, so just in case I open it and a bomb explodes.
But she would probably donate to a winning class, so we might